Ladies, I am here tonight on the show. And tonight we're going to talk about some news with the WWE and AEW. First of all, we're going to go with the WWE, and that is that the earnings from 2021 have come out, and they made over $1 billion, the most WWE has ever made in its history. $1 billion. A lot of it helped, obviously. It started a few years ago with a deal with Fox Sports. Fox, not Fox, Fox. And then the Saudi Arabia shows are also helping. They get a bunch of money from those. And then the latest Peacock deal with NBC Universal, that is also happening dramatically, man. Jesus Christ, man, over $1 billion WWE made in 2021. Like I'm telling you, financially, they are booming, man. They are booming. The problems is the storylines, right? They're terrible. A lot of wrestlers, they talked this past week, but they want to be anonymous. They don't want their name out there. Obviously, they want to get fired. And they said WWE, does a lot of weird stuff. If somebody you go up talk to Vince McMahon or somebody else, and you tell them, hey, we want to do this. I think this would be a good idea for our storyline or for something good for our character. They completely go the opposite way. It doesn't make any sense. A lot of wrestlers are starting to believe WWE might be up for sale in the next few maybe months or years because it doesn't make any sense. A lot of stuff they're doing. They said they only care about 3 to 4 guys in the entire company. As far as the wrestlers go. I'm gonna guess it's guys like Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Brock Lesnar. I don't know, maybe Bobby Lashley, the 4th person, or maybe it's Charlotte. I don't know. But they said, they don't care about 3 to 4 people. You give them an idea, they completely go the opposite of what your idea was. So a lot of wrestlers believe that WWE could be up for sale because they just don't seem interested in a lot of stuff. Outside of, like I said, maybe guys like Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, and Seth Rollins. WWE makes over $1 billion in 2021. Record of money made from them in 1 year. Let's go to AEW now. AEW had its worst viewership this past Wednesday night at AEW Dynamite since going over to TBS. Obviously, they're very disappointed because they promoted the match like crazy. The CM Punk MJF fight, and they had its worst show since going over to TBS. For the first time in 6 weeks, lost the male 18 to 49 graphic, which is at the most important category, man 18 to 49. You want to win in the world of wrestling. For the first time in 6 weeks, they lost it to the WWE. They're very disappointed. The biggest question is then, is CM Punk, MJF, especially, you promote this thing like crazy. It was a hell of a match, but it's kind of alerting that you were getting up at times up to 1 million watchers, and you fell under. I believe it was 950,000. So you fell under. That's many people are saying that CM Punk, he's a little bit overrated. I don't know about that. I don't think he is, but a lot of people will tell you. That Eric Bischoff has said that in his podcast. He thinks he's a little bit overhyped. It's that, if you have that Vince McMahon mentality, right? That if the guy is not 6 feet, 6'3", 6'5", or 250 pounds, 270 pounds of full muscle, people are just not interested. They don't buy into it. If there's a lot of people like that, then I can see why those people think CM Punk, and I guess Eric Bischoff might have that same mentality. CM Punk might not be a huge draw. I think the guy's a draw. I think a lot of wrestling fans think he's a draw. MJF, I like him too. I love MJF. But it's alerting that they promoted the match like crazy for at least a week. The build-up was crazy. It was fantastic. And it was their worst show. And probably, like I said, since they moved over to TBS, their worst show in almost 2 months, viewership-wise. They lost the 18 to 49 male graphics. It's a little bit alerting. Both of them. I think there's going to be questions. Are MJF and CM Punk the way to go as far as main eventing? I think they are, but there's going to be questions because you promoted this shit like crazy. The last 45 minutes of your show were basically this. and it was pretty much your worst show since you moved over to TBS, probably your worst show of the year, viewership-wise, ladies and gentlemen, viewership-wise. So I'm sure they're going to be scratching their ass, and they're going to be thinking, about this again. But, hey, I love the match. I'm sure a lot of people love the match. But, hey, man, you got to look into why did not as many people tuned in? Why did we lose the 18 to 49 male graphic? Why was this our lowest viewed show since we moved over to TBS? That's stuff to look at. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have to say. And until next time, I'm all like a light.